and welcome to Add More Zest. My name's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147. Happy 10th of December. We are in the double digits. Time is flying by. So Advent calendar for today is number 10. Sounds like it could be some form of diamonds. And it is. So I now have the AB coated in round. Looks very similar to 995 or 996 maybe, but they are AB coated. That is my Advent for today. I'm working with an older limited edition tray. So this was the limited edition mint green, and I am working with a pen that actually has a glue dot in. I think it was one of the first pens I put a glue dot in. This one is from Lazen Lathe Works on Etsy and or Facebook, and it does actually have an everlasting tip and an everlasting straightener in this one. So it must have been my favourite go-to for a while. But let's have a look. Number 10. Oh, we got lots of different colours in this one. So I'm going to start with my 310. I do like to start with my 310 when, say, anytime I've sort of got sections, unless I'm doing a big, background colour and that's the prominent colour. And then I tend to go for that. Otherwise, I tend to go for my 310. And then once that's done, I like to fill in my gaps. So I'm not sure how well this glue dot is or isn't going to do. So I'm pretty sure the glue dot was put in this pen back in June, July. And I'm pretty sure that I used it for quite a few months. Or at least probably about a month. So I'm not sure how long it's gonna last. I don't know whether it was one glue dot or 3. Who knows? But it's an existing glue dot that I'm just picking back up again. And we'll see how we go. But maybe I won't need to prime it all the time. Every day for a little bit of a change. It's been quite good at letting me be a little bit, I suppose, harsher with the diamonds. Slide the diamonds about a little bit more if I need to. And that's one of the benefits when you've sort of weathered in a glue dot. You get to manipulate it the same way. The diamonds, you get to manipulate them the same way you would if you were using wax. Okay, comments. So Cassie says she hopes that Santa is bringing her a pink tray and a pen from me. That's her hope. Oh, I can't say whether there's a pink tray and a pen coming on the way for you or not, Cassie. I hope there is. You're going to make me want to go and look. That's for sure. So that you're not disappointed. Laura says she's still managing to do her 2 sections a day. She's doing Zesty Wolf with glow-in-the-dark black drills. She says, though, she doesn't think they're charging up very well. I think the darker colours don't reflect the sort of glow-in-the-dark properties that are in them as well as the likes of the white ones do. She says she's also doing a festive Me to You Bear. She says you were asked about a diamond painting related gift. She said she's just bought herself some amazing cover minders from Agnes Little Minders on Etsy. And she thinks they would make an awesome Christmas present. She says she's looking forward to tomorrow's waffle. Well, I hope you enjoyed it, because that comment was left on the 4th. And of course, we're now on the 10th. Oh, no wonder I have to scroll lots. I'm days behind. Linda, she says she loves the Gilmore Girls and has watched them loads of times. Yeah, I love watching. I love the banter between the two of them. It's just easy watching. I think that's what it is. It's easy watching or listening in the case of having it on while I'm diamond painting. She says she's downloaded J.D. Robb In-Depth Book 1 on audiobook. She says she's got a long way to go, but she got it for free. Will that give you a chance to see what the J.D. Robb series is like if you manage to get a free one? Susan Erickson is the one that does the voice for the audiobooks on Audible. And I think it took me a little bit of time the first time I listened to her to sort of get used to it, because I'd read the books on their own first. I think you put your own voices in your head, even if you couldn't describe them. It's very weird. It's like the characters. I couldn't describe the characters in the book to you, but I do have some sort of visual in my head. It's very weird, but I am weird at times, so that's fine. Yeah, it took me a book or two to get used to her, but now I think if anybody else read them on Audible, it would properly throw me out of kinker, throw me out of whack, and I wouldn't. It definitely wouldn't sound the same. I don't think. I'd probably go back to reading. But yeah, it would be nice to see what you think of them. I mean, the first 3 or 4 books, I think it was 3 books, was supposed to be a trilogy. But then the series did really well. So I think they're on like 50 or 60 books now. So you've definitely got enough to keep you going if you enjoy it. And it's a nice pace. You know, you've got different stories each time. The book is in itself its own book, but then you've also got the intertwining background characters that go throughout the book as well. So you get that little bit of both. If you listen to them all, you're getting 2 stories, the main story and the intertwined background story. Michelle, she says, love your channel, and usually, she says, after a few days of the Advent, she gives up on diamond paintings and just sits there and watch me diamond paint. She says, fingers crossed she can keep focused and keep diamond painting along with you. Well, at least you're getting some me time either way. She says she loves the Zesty Wolf. She's ended up sorting her diamonds in groups based on the picture. So 747, 959 and 964 are together as they seem to be grouped together on the picture. Oh yes, so they're the sort of blues here are grouped together. I'm not sure if it's actually from reading your comments, sort of when it's come up on my emails, you know, when I do read through comments, even though I read them, of course, fully out when I'm doing the whip and chat. I think that's what made me have a readjustment of my little storage drawers. And I have sort of grouped them by colour as well. So thank you for putting that little seed in my brain, which came through when I sorted out my drawers. She says she's found it faster for her. And yeah, it will be. It saves that time hunting for the diamond that you need if they're all roughly in the same place. And I have followed that through as well. So I have got sort of the pinks grouped and the oranges grouped. It's only a couple of the darker colours that aren't actually grouped for me, and I think that's because I wasn't sure if they were all over the painting or just in, you know, like round the eyes or round the nose type places. Lady Dax says she thinks she's nailed it. She does the Zesty Wolf in the morning along with opening of her advent calendar at her daughter's insistence. Then she does some off the canvas things as presents. in between the mundane daily bits that need doing. Yeah, off the canvas is a good one to do in between those boring daily tasks. She said, so when it comes to watching the video, she's making herself do a section of Captain America for a friend of theirs. It's a chore, she says, after working on Zesty Wolf. It's a square drill, and she says it's awful quality, but she tries to focus on what I'm saying instead of the painting. If that helps you get through it, I'm here to chat away for you. Listen to last year's as well if you need that bit of extra time to get it done. She says the only TV show she used to watch while diamond painting was Call the Midwife, because she's seen it so many times she doesn't need to watch it. She said it's great because it covered the year she was born and her childhood. I love it when you find a TV show that you just don't mind watching again and again, and it does become something that you can put on for company, in effect, for a little bit of chit-chat. You know, it's as though you're chit-chatting, even though, of course, it's only them that's talking. And I know sometimes me waffling ends up being somebody's company. But I'm happy with that. Anna says she's really enjoying the questions people are asking and the answers I'm giving. Cool. I like this way of doing it. It's as though, you know, sometimes when people watch and comment, there may not be loads of comments on the video. So this way they sort of, you know, get to know the sort of comments and questions that do come up on my whip and chats, and we get to discuss topics, sometimes over a few days. Sometimes we, you know, when I get to the answers, we get to just pick up on a topic again and then go back to a different topic. But I quite enjoy it. It gives me a chance to answer people fully as well, or what I feel is more fully, by not typing and by actually speaking to you all. I get to answer people fully, and then, you know, I don't spend my whole evening sat there tapping away on the keyboard, which makes people around me go, what is it you're doing? It's like, I'm just replying to comments. Cecilia says, does it ever happen to you that you've been thinking of something while you put your diamonds on a painting, and after a couple of minutes you see that you've put it on the wrong symbol or DMC number? She says this has happened to me only a few times. When she was doing a painting with Mickey Mouse on it, she put the DMC number 814 on some area where it should have been number 400. She saw her mistake after a little bit and could save it. I have been known to do it once or twice. I'm pretty sure I did it on a Heaven and Earth Design whip and chat as well. I'm pretty sure I put one colour completely in the wrong place. I don't think I bothered to pull them off. There wasn't that many, and it was so close to the colour I should have been doing. I'm pretty sure I left it. But yeah, I have been known to do it once or twice. Depending on how different the colour is, depends on whether I will pull it all off. Also depends on the picture. Because, I mean, with the Heaven and Earth Design, I think I'd get away with it a lot more because there's 239 colours. So there's actually quite a wide variety, and the picture could still probably look extremely good and look nice without having 239 colours. It could probably have, well, I've known paintings to have 40 or 50 colours and still look like they're supposed to, so I think I'd get away with it a bit more on that. It would depend on how many colours I had and where I made the mistake, I think, and probably how soon. If I spotted it quick enough, then yeah, it would definitely get changed. But yeah, I've done it. I've dropped diamonds. One night, I think I did it 2 or 3 times. I ended up dropping my diamonds. I think I cleaned up and gave up after that. It was like, well, if I've dropped it this many times already, I don't think there's any hope for me. I think somebody's telling me that I need to stop diamond painting because I obviously just keep making a royal mess. Time to call it a night and go to bed type thing. But yeah, I've definitely done it. I'm glad you could save yours though. That's good. Abstract Elf, she said, I subscribed to your channel around last year's Advent period, so she's happy that she's able to participate again. She loves sitting down and doing her diamond painting while listening to me talk about everything. I definitely cover a few things, I think. She says, thank you for all of this. She said, is it this year? This year, she got into cross-stitching. She said, if she remembers correctly, I did a cross-stitch pattern last year, maybe for Christmas. Did you manage to finish it? I would love, she said she would love to see the picture, even if I didn't. It was such a lovely pattern. It's actually not yet finished. And if I'm honest, I probably knew this would happen. I will show it in a minute when I finish this colour. It is an absolute gorgeous Christmas pattern. I got really into it when I got it last year, and I got all the full and the half stitches on it done. So all I actually have to do is the back stitch. But it is, while it is an awesome pattern, it is a complicated pattern. It is also in Russian. Now, you can take a picture of it and sort of translate it enough that I will be able to figure out what I'm doing. I don't actually need the words. What I need is the DMC numbers, which luckily are just numbers. I thought I would have time to sort of get my head around it and have that eagerness to do it at Christmas. So I put it aside thinking, yeah, I'll get that done. I'll get the Christmas bug next Christmas and I'll do it. And I've not had a minute. So let me zoom you back out for a bit, because I have got it here. Let me just pull it out. It's still on its stand. Oh, right way up. So that is the Christmas image, which is absolutely gorgeous. It's not huge. It does have, I've done it on 16 count. It does have half stitches as well as full cross stitches in the pattern. But I need to do the back stitch. And the back stitch you must use 10 or 12 different colours in lots of different combinations to make the presents come out and the tree come out. So yeah, I do really need to do it. If I can find some sort of switch off time, or even, you know, a couple of hours where I can do something other than having to potter about or do my to-do list, I might try and make it my goal to at least finish that this year. Because backstitch is a lot quicker than cross stitch, so I know it won't take me anywhere near as long as doing the actual pattern part did. Plus my mum wants to finish hers off, because my mum did buy the pattern as well when she saw mine. But she wants me to figure out the back stitch first so that I can pass it on and tell her. So I'm surprised she's not asked about that a bit more yet, but maybe she's on the more ready for next year type thought. But yeah, I could do with trying to find the time for that. Maybe I'll see if I can find the time this weekend, because it is a gorgeous picture and I would love to have it up for Christmas. I'm not sure. I'd have to try and frame it myself maybe. See if I can stretch it enough. Normally any cross stitch that I've done, I do tend to get professionally framed so that they can stretch it fully. But maybe I need to give it a go myself. But for that, I need to have finished it. So I'll keep you updated. If I do get to finish it, I'll let you guys know. Kathy said she got dark burgundy square rhinestones today for her 4th of the 12th. Are you going to use your new drills in your Zesty Wolf? She said. I was partly tempted with me getting the pale pink because it did look the same colour as this pale pink. I was tempted to switch it out, but I would have had to pull some of the diamonds off that I'd already done. And yeah, I decided that I wasn't going to use any ABs on this one this time. I was just going for exactly, you know, how he's kitted up. Ooh, my glue dot has lost just a little bit of sticky on occasion. It can pick up some glue dots better, some diamonds better than others. But it is, I say, I think I've pretty much used this solid for a month. Maybe it just needs a top up of another small glue dot. Let's see how far I can get though, because I don't want to have to keep priming one again. So yeah, I decided not to for this one, but I do want to make it my sort of mini goal, diamond painting goal. One of my resolutions for next year is to maybe try and pay attention when I'm kitting some up as to whether I can switch them out for ABs a little bit more. I think I need to make sure that I, you know, pull out my logbook with my list of ABs that I have got and see if I can change up the odd picture to include some of those ABs, or indeed some of the glow in the darks that I have as well in square. Margaret got me some square glow in the dark. And I know Megan wants to use some in one of her space pictures, canvases from Heaven and Earth Designs. But if diamonds go out of date, they'd probably go out of date before she gets to that canvas. So, and there was absolutely loads of them. So I might try and fit some of those in one as well. That's my thought, to try and do that a little bit more next year on paintings and just change things up. Amy said she did try last night with glue dots again, but they keep coming out of her tip. She says, I can't do that. She said she kept priming it too. We did discuss glue dots yesterday, and of course your comment, Amy, was before then. But I would try changing your tip. If you're using the brass tips and you had wax in it before, try changing the whole tip, because I had that problem yesterday. And I think it's the wax residue. I've not found it with my everlasting tips. If I've had wax in those and I've changed them for a glue dot, I've not found that the glue dots come out at all. So I think it may be a brass tip thing. But do try that. Try switching your tips. Say once you've got to grips with a glue dot, like once you've got one primed and working with it, you realise that it is totally worth that effort of priming it for a bit. But I do understand that the glue dot coming out is very frustrating. I can imagine it's really frustrating. Oh, Bella the Beast said the painting she was working on for Advent, she's run out of a colour. Oh no. See if you can get in contact with the seller in relation to that one, Bella. That, and or check out your spares, or ask if anybody's got any that they can send to you. Don't forget to say what country you're in, unless you're in a group that is dedicated to a certain country. And maybe somebody can help you out to finish your Advent and get some on the way to you. Because it's amazing how expensive it can actually be just posting a few diamonds, if you're posting it to an alternative country. So I posted some diamonds to somebody once in the States, and really the price for posting to the States was probably quite a bit more than what the diamonds were. So yeah, do make sure that you let people know what country you're in, because if you're posting it within your own country, the price is quite reasonable, really. Susan, she says, another fabulous day of diamond painting. She said the section 4 looked a lot like section 3. So she said, so that was awesome. She said that they're some of the best drills she's ever seen on my painting. They are really, really good quality drills. She said they're so perfect looking. She said, I do wish you would have filled your pen with the dots before I made my purchase. She says she has a lot of glue dots, so she didn't buy the ones that I have, but she's now wishing that she did, because they're thicker, they would probably work better. She said next order instead. She said, once again, thank you so much for sharing. Oh, I am sorry, Susan. I didn't realise when I was filming it, I hadn't quite twigged how it would go according to the shop launch and what I was using compared to when the items launched in the shop. I think I get myself confused with so many times with so many days. I often do this Advent whip and waffle. I'm doing it the day before. So I'm actually filming this on the 9th to go up on the 10th because I'm working when the video goes up. So I can't do myself, do the diamond painting before then or on the day. So I'm opening my diamond painting advent calendar the day before. Then I'm posting in the group the day before to make sure that it's up ready for the likes of New Zealand and Australia. And then I'm trying to make sure that I date letters in work for the right day. And yeah, I just keep getting confused over what's the next day, what's today's date. I've never checked the date on my watch so much and my work computer so much as I have than when I'm doing December Advent. I also actually have, and I kept meaning to remember to sort of discuss this on the Whip and Chat, but Jackie got me the most amazing digital advent calendar. And the reason I keep forgetting is it's my little treat to go on that advent calendar and have a look at what there is for that day when I'm processing this video. So while I open it, so in effect I open it on the right day, today I'll be opening it on the 9th. I don't do it till the end of the day because I do it when I'm arranging the video for the following day. But yeah, thank you so much, Jackie. I have been opening it each and every day, but I have been opening it late in the evening, which is why I forget to mention it on the Whip and Chat. But you get a little digital video or activity each day. There's some little puzzles and you can go hunting for a Christmas decoration. So I've been building up my little Christmas tree each day with each day's little ornament that I can add on. But yeah, it's a lovely little bit of fun while I'm waiting for the video to process or work its way to my desktop or whatever it needs to do. So thank you so much for that, Jackie. Susan, she said, made her Christmas shopping order of a limited edition tray and pen She said on Friday, 2 minutes into the launch. To me, love from me. Best kind of presents. Rebecca, you asked if I wrap it and put it under the tree. Are you going to wrap it and put it under the tree, Susan? I've just got a smiley face. I don't know whether that's just her saying, chances it's my present, I'm opening it when it gets here. I can't quite tell what that answer is. But yeah, be sure to let us know. Susan H. Sorry, we have got two Susans as well. I've just gone Susan and Susan. And then Anne. She says, so she's going to be behind. She said she went to California for a concert that was on December the 1st. She said she got back on the 2nd, but was too tired to diamond paint for a few days, so she didn't start till the 5th day. She said her kit is Forest Snowman from Diamond Art Club, and it's a 56 by 56. Is that inches? She says she's going to try and catch up, but she doesn't think it'll happen. Realism, it's fine, just do a bit each day. She also picked up 3 Black Friday kits from Diamond Art Club, and then on the 5th, she picked one of the Harry Potter ones up that they released. She can't wait to start that one in the new year. Megan did like the look of one of the Harry Potter ones that they released. Then she reminded herself how many she still has to do, and I think that curbed her. I think if I'd have seen something that I wanted and ordered it, I reckon a Harry Potter one would have possibly made it in the basket as well, but she resisted because I wasn't buying one. I also didn't pick up one of the mystery kits. Part of me was tempted, but more tempted from the review on my channel sort of standpoint, you know, of comparing it and seeing what it's like to some others. But the prices, for not knowing what the image is, I think it's just, that suits a certain person. And I don't think it suits me. There's enough people that unbox Diamond Art Club if people want to see it. I like some of their images, but I'm not paying £70 when I don't know what the image is. And I know they release the artist, so if it's an artist that you already love, then, you know, all the better. That, you know, then you know whether you're going to like it or not. But no, I decided it was a nope. Linda, she says she keeps having a little giggle whenever I mention nursery. She says in Australia a nursery is a plant nursery. She says her childcare is things like preschool, kindergarten, play schools, childcare centres, etc., depending on the use. Nursery for us is actually both. So we do have a nursery as in like a garden centre plant nursery. The name is used for that, as well as being used for probably not what you call kindergarten. Kindergarten is probably our reception, which is ages 4-5. Nursery tends to be 3-4. They get like some government paid nursery time. They might even get a bit more now than they did when my children were little. But when my lot were little, they got half a day. So either the afternoon or the morning. They got half a day of nursery, which was sort of covered by the government. And then we do have what you probably call daycare, which is, we also sometimes call them nursery schools, but they tend to be paid for. So, you know, they're more for your working parents and stuff. I know my son, I did pay for my son to have a couple of hours in a sort of nursery daycare situation, but that was more for him to be able to mingle with others than it being needed, because by that time I only had one at home and the rest were in school. But yeah, he seemed to enjoy it, and it was good for him to mingle a little bit more. Dan says they've just started with glue dots for the first time and really like them. Woohoo! We've got somebody converted. We'll get a few more by the time we've got all the tips and tricks out on this video. I'm sure we'll have a few more converted as well. Oh, the cat lady says she's back from Wales. I thought when I read her comment out yesterday that it wouldn't take long until she was back. She says she's happy to be with me on a computer today. She's going to try and post a picture of her squares done until the 5th. And I'm pretty sure that she did, because I remember seeing them. Helen says she's recently moved back to Sheffield from Conway in Wales. I do like Wales. My granddad was Welsh, or at least part Welsh, and my nana lived with my granddad in Wales, in southern Wales, for quite a few years, and we used to go visit and pick strawberries from his strawberry patch. Fun times. Lisetta says she's been following me every day. Hello and welcome. And then 20101946, Iffy. I love saying her name. She said originally she wasn't too keen on Zesty Wolf, but having watched me do it every day, she really likes it now and she loves the colours. So she ordered it yesterday. She said, I'm lucky you do have a few left. Yes, we did when you ordered. It's getting very close to not being. I think we only have about 3 left. Something like that. And they may go quick and they may stay there for a couple of weeks. Who knows? But yeah, not many left at all, but at least everybody who wanted one, you know, pre-Advent was sort of able to grab one, and there was a few left for people to order after Advent if it caught their eye. So it's worked out well. Gadget Girl said, are yous in lockdown yet? UK wise, no, we're not. We have had a few more sort of recommendations of things. I think sort of the laws that they brought in to be able to clamp down on certain things, you know, and make it law, I think they've sort of gone now. They were like a temporary law. If I could be completely wrong, but that's, at the minute, it always seems to be guidance. So the guidance is back to wearing masks. I think it just changed actually to masks in all sort of indoor spaces with other people, of course, apart from if you're eating. I think it says that if you're singing as well, you don't need to, but yeah, that's come back in. They do also have done a recommend working from home, which kicks in on Monday, but I've not stopped working from home. So at the moment, our company, or the company I work for, held off with bringing people back into the office unless they wanted to, or if they needed to performance-wise, they did. Apart from that, anybody that was doing fine at home, they've kept at home since March last year. And yeah, I think that's sort of what they're sticking to. It's a guidance. It's not a got to. So at the minute, the only people that are really in the office are those that sort of need to be, whether that be for their own mental health or whether it be due to performance. They need to be in the office. So that's staying as it is. And then they are bringing in that you need to either have a clear test or a proof of vaccination status for some places, like, you know, any potential concerts, nightclubs, places where there's a lot of people. And I think that's it. I don't get out much, you see, so I tend to check if I need to. Apart from that, that's it. But there is no more lockdowns, so I don't quite know how the country would cope if they brought in another lockdown. But let's hope they never have to test that. So yeah, we're not in a lockdown. Elsa says, I see your videos every day. Love to listen to you. Thank you. And the cat lady, she's got a couple of comments on the 5th. She says she loves sweets, but alas, cannot eat them now as she's diabetic. But she's been making her own sugar-free ones for the festivities. Yes, too right. You need to find yourself a nice sugar-free sort of sweetie shop that you can treat yourself to every now and then. She says she's read all of the J.D. Robb series too. She's hoping to get the new one for Christmas. She's also read all of her books as Nora Roberts. Oh, and she's reading the final book in the Diana Gabaldon Outlander series, Don't Tell the Bees. That's another series that my mum sort of introduced me into. I tend to prefer to read that one rather than listen to it, because then I can skip the gory bits. I'm pretty sure I've read Don't Tell the Bees, but I know that my mum is currently, she messaged me the other day to say she started reading book 7 in the Outlander to get ready for book 9 that's due out. But J.D. Robb, the only one I haven't read is the one that came out in September, because I'd started listening to the audiobook, so I'm making myself wait. It's like that's my little treat when I get to the end of the audiobooks. That's my little... I have a nice brand new one at the end, or maybe 2, depending on how I'm going. I'll have to pay attention to what number I'm up to next so that I know. And that was a quick one today, considering that was a middle section. I don't know if I've gone quick because of the time of night it is here, or whether it's because I just was on a roll. I don't know. But sorry to those that are trying to keep up. I think that was a smaller one for today. Possibly one of my quickest. I think 17 might be a bigger section. I seem to have sectioned up a little bit funny here. And I think I've just followed this line rather than potentially coming down a bit further. But it'll all even out in the end. I'm sure it will. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. And I'll speak to you all again tomorrow.